Hi guys, David Negri speaking. I am the lead developer of the Mouf PHP framework, and today I'm going to show you how to use renderers in Mouf to make sure you can render plain PHP objects directly in HTML. So let's have a look at how this works. First of all, I installed a simple development environment, and I'm just gonna show you my composer.json. You can see there are a bunch of dependencies here. The important one is html.renderer, it's the rendering system. I also installed the Splash MVC framework that comes with Mouf for the purpose of this demonstration, but you can use HTML renderer just like that. So basically I just define a demo workspace in the SSC directory, and that's it. So what do we need to render an object in with a renderer mechanism? To make an object renderable, we should implement an interface. We should add a trait that is renderable, and we should put the template file actually in the src/templates directory. So let's have a look. For the purpose of this demo, I just created a node.php class. It's pretty basic, pretty simple. It has public properties. You should not do that, but anyway. So a node has a title and has many children that can be also nodes. So it basically will create a tree. And I would like to be able to show my node in HTML. So the first thing to do is we want to implement the HTML element interface here. I want also to add the right namespace in it because it's not in the same namespace. The HTML element interface, it's pretty simple. If you have a look, it's just a plain simple toHTML method that is echoing some text directly to the output. Then I certainly want to add the trait, the renderable trait. So let's have a look. So I'm gonna put this here, and I'm going to use the trait, so renderable. Here we go. The renderable trait is going to add the toHTML method actually in this class. So now I can call the toHTML method in the node class. And last step, if you remember, we need to add the template in the src templates directory. I already did that here. So the first thing you can see is that I created a demo directory and the node file in it. I must respect the fully qualified name of the class. So if my class is in the demo package, I must create here a demo directory 2. And here I decided to go for a Twig template. We could also use a simple PHP template. I decided to go for the Twig templating engine. It's used by Symfony. If you don't know anything about Twig, you can check it on the web on twig.sensialabs.org. It's a very nice templating engine, and the documentation is pretty sweet. So let's go for this. So if we have a look at our Twig template, you can see that here I'm displaying the title. I'm using the this keyword to access the object that is being rendered. And if there are any children, I'm going to loop over the children, and I'm going to render those children here. So here we can see there is a toHTML method function. Actually, it's a Twig function that I added using the Twig extension mechanism. So basically, I can call the toHTML method of any object using this function. So here we are. Now our node can be rendered in HTML. So let's check if it works. As I said, I installed Splash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to access the root controller, and I'm going to add a new URL. I got it already ready here, so I'm just going to copy and paste it to save some time. Here we go. So this new method will be accessed on /test, and I'm going to create a bunch of nodes. Node 1, node 2, 3. I'm going to put some children in node 1 actually. There is even a node 4 that is going to be a children of node 3, and then I'm going to simply render node 1. Because I added a new URL in Splash, if you use Splash, you might be used to purging the cache to be sure that the new URL is detected. And so now I can use /tests, and here we go. So basically the template has been automatically detected, and it's rendered perfectly well in this page. So that's pretty basic actually for a demonstration. Now what we might want to do, since we're using Mouf, we're gonna have a little fun, and what I'm going to do is I'll create the nodes but using Mouf. After all, Mouf is a dependency injection framework, and I could very well, oh, there are a bunch of, so I'm gonna try to, okay, here is my new class. I'm gonna create a node. It's just for the fun. And here I've got a property, so let's call it parent. And here I can put a bunch of children, so well, I'm gonna add another children. Here, as you see, I need to click on the node to edit the properties. I'm going to show you a nice Mouf feature. It has nothing to do with the renderers, but anyway. It's an annotation. It's at important. If I add the important annotation here, and I refresh, what you can see is that I can directly edit the properties in the children, which is nice because it renders well as a tree. So here, maybe I'm going to add another children here, and maybe its name will be grandchild, and maybe I'm even going to add another node here. Oh, gee, child 2. A slight problem with the grandchild here. Let's edit it again. So here we go. So I defined a parent node. Its name is parent node. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my code here. And what I could do is I could fetch the node directly from Mouf. So I'm going to fetch the parent node and directly display it. Let's see if it works. Oh, no. Okay. Obviously, there is a problem in the namespace. Okay, now it works. So, as you can see, we can define a node directly in Mouf. You might want or not want to do that. It really depends. But the nice thing is that it renders directly. And the last feature I want to show you is, you see the node, it extends the HTML element interface. It's optional, but if you do this, you can use your node everywhere in Mouf where the HTML element interface is expected. And this is especially true in the template. So let's go back on the front page of Mouf. The front page is using a template. If I go in the root controller, as you can see, I'm calling the toHTML element of the template, and I can find the template here. I'm performing a search, and here I've got my Splash template. So there are a bunch of blocks. I'm gonna go for the left block, and here you see a block is expecting HTML element interface instances. And the point is, I just created one. As you can see, here I've got my parent node. I can drag and drop it here And if I go here back and refresh the page, here we go. So basically, I'm able with the renderer to add an HTML display to any object, and furthermore, because it extends the HTML element interface, I'm able to put any of those objects directly in my templates, which is pretty nice. So basically that's it about renderers. There is much more to see actually. You can use them in your own packages, and you can do templates overloading, so that a user can overload the templates you are providing in your own templates or in your own package. You can even extend the rendering mechanism to add your own templating engines if you're not fan of Twig and you don't want to be plain PHP. So there are a lot of things to see. Have a look at the documentation. It's pretty powerful, and I'm really happy to have been able to show this to you today. Bye, and see you soon.